Charity is the act of kindness to others, a conscious act of the heart without expecting a reward. At Dalmia High School, charity is the part of the core values of the curriculum, where students are encouraged and motivated to collaborate and volunteer to help those who are less fortunate, which in return help them to develop a sense of gratitude, responsibility, and self-worth to support and evolve themselves. Today, we all have gathered here for a beautiful purpose. We at Dalmia High School always believe in giving back to the society. We have amidst us the CEO and Principal, Mrs. Seema Saini, along with the entire core team. Let me acknowledge the presence of 5 charitable organizations today who do a tremendous work for the community, and they will be honored by us in form of kind or cash. I want to convey my heartfelt gratitude to all the members of these 5 foundations who work tirelessly to make the world a better place for the community, and to those great souls who provide their unconditional support for this great cause. You may not get to see the smile you put on all our faces, but know for sure that all you do every day has a tremendous impact. Let the light of peace and prosperity shine forever. I will now request our principal ma'am and the core team members to kindly step forward for lighting the lamp. Jyoti represents light. It symbolizes awareness. Light dissipates ignorance and brings knowledge into the world. The flames of a lamp continually burn upward to take us towards higher values. Lord Almighty, make this place a better place to live in. I request all present to kindly stand for the prayer. May we request all to be seated, and may I request our dearest principal, Ma'am Seema Saini, to kindly say a few words.
Thank you so much, Melita ma'am. And good morning to all of you. It's a pleasure to see some of our teachers here and the esteemed guests of the day from various organizations. We are really very happy to have you amidst us this morning and be a part of our journey towards MSR. So the essence of a happy life and a peaceful society in one sentence is, what can I give? And this is a quote by APJ Abdul Kalam. The NL Dalmia Education Society remains committed to think in terms of the betterment of society. In our efforts to give back to the society, the Honorary Secretary, Mr. Sailesh Dalmia, coined the term My Social Responsibility instead of CSR, which is Corporate Social Responsibility. He believed that the seed of social responsibility needs to be sown within, and only then can one think from the heart, the mind, and the soul, and reflect beyond oneself, dedicating our efforts towards others. Hence, social responsibility should begin with self. So it's an individual social responsibility, my social responsibility. We can't be passing the buck that, okay, either the government takes care of it or the corporates take care of it. What is our role? How do we give back to the society? Social responsibility is a duty that every individual must perform for the benefit of society at large. It's an ethical framework that demands due attention of an organization or individual to effectively carry out their responsibility towards society and address various social, economic, and environmental issues in a collective manner. An organization or society can grow only when the efforts are made from the root level, which actually begins from self, the individual. Individual social responsibility makes one accountable for one's action and being conscious about the impact of those actions and efforts on the commitments, on the communities and the society, the environment and the nation. So the genesis and essence of NL Dalmia Educational Society was birthed out of this thought of giving back to the society. That's the very purpose why this institution was made in 1991 at Mira Road, which was a godforsaken place at that point of time, away from the, on the outskirts of Mumbai. And that is the time when it was, in what way can we develop the society, the nation, and the very thought, the very genesis, the very idea of setting up the educational society was to bring about that change in the society. The society was fervently invested in helping people to emerge as educated and progress, which is only 30 years ago that it established a school at Mira Road, which genuinely required it. From our humble beginnings to our present state of nationwide recognition, the NL Dalmia Educational Society, with 3 schools of excellence, namely the NL Dalmia High School, which was established in 91, the NL Dalmia Institute of Management Studies and Research, which established in 1995, and NL Dalmia College, which was the latest edition in 2018. We are a saga, written saga rather, in spunk of originality, captivating desire for palpable environmental and social change. So our efforts have been lauded and recognized at various platforms and events. On 22nd July 2019, I humbly would share this with you, that I had the honor to receive the Social Welfare and Growth Award for empowering social change through education for NL Dalmia Educational Society. I received this award for NL Dalmia NL Dalmia Educational Society at the Vigyan Bhavan from the Union Cabinet Minister, Mr. Narendra Singh Tomar. We've indulged in various MSR activities way back from the year 2008, when a community-focused program called Swachh Sundar Shrishti was started. And this was way before the Swachhata Abhiyan of our Prime Minister came up. So Swachh Sundar Shrishti was the name coined for the locality around the school, because we are in Shrishti. This area is called as Shrishti. And the students of NL Dalmia High School were actively involved in the initiative year after year. So this was initially a community initiative where we had the residents of Shrishti also as one component. We had invited Royal College to be a part of it, and Bhaktivedanta Hospital and the ISKCON temple. So all those people of Shrishti, the main entities, were taken up together. But then gradually it so happened that ultimately it was an NL Dalmia initiative, which remained an NL Dalmia initiative, because Sundays, was the only time residents would come, where schools would not be operating, hospital is too busy, temple had their schedule, and it was ultimately an initiative by NL Dalmia, which continued for a few years until this became a government initiative as well. So just to share with you that the students of NL Dalmia High School were actively involved in this initiative year after year and participated in activities like waste management, making posters for awareness, tree plantation, cleanliness drives, visiting orphanages, and these community-driven social responsibility programs strives to instill human values in their minds till date. So recently, when the entire world was grappling under the coronavirus threat, all our 4 houses, Jal, Vayu, Agni, and Prithvi, left no stone unturned to extend their help to the society. So, right from organizing different virtual classes for children below the bread line, or we would say below the poverty line, to making people aware of the preventive measures of this deadly virus, all the houses have been giving their best. Agni House students got a chance to display their talent and teach the underprivileged children of the Lotus Petal Foundation, who work to provide exemplary education, nutrition, meal and skill development to the poor children in India. The students of Jal House stepped forward to spread positivity and emotional wellness by sharing powerful strategies to improve mental health during the present pandemic situation. The Prithvi House students took an initiative of spreading awareness about the healing nature of Mother Earth through a video message and explained how the earth has been taken for granted by the humans. To bring the economy back on track and to make the people aware of the provisions of this scheme, Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, and to motivate them to contribute towards growth of local markets, students of Vayu House had taken the initiative to spread awareness, as it is a part of our responsibility towards society, so that when the current crisis comes to an end, people focus on positive side of things and help to improve the economy of the nation so that we come out of this situation stronger. So they basically helped in strengthening the local markets by connecting the handicrafts people and the consumers, and connecting the vegetable vendors and the consumers. So if an individual or organization wishes to gain something, they need to contribute towards the community, the society, and the nation. In our initiative, we adopted a 100% tribal village Kondgaon, which is located at Palghar in the Vikramgarh Taluka in November 2016. This was an initiative taken by our Management Institute students, that they went ahead and adopted a village. And then the school, we put in concerted efforts, and the school came together, conducted a carnival, and the proceeds was then given to Kondgaon village. We helped set up toilets over there. In fact, there were 4 verticals that were developed in that village. And it was about education, health and hygiene, and enriching, life enrichment, which is source of livelihood being given to them. So all of this, and of course community service that was done. So under these heads, under education, senior students went in, taught the underprivileged children, gave them stationery, books, all of that kind of work was done. Under health and hygiene, toilets were conducted, even our health facilities, camps were conducted for them. And under life enrichment, they were invited over here to sell their produce on Saturdays in the school compound, where our parents of the school were invited to take the commodities, or the Warli paintings that they did and the various handicraft articles, those things were done. The organic vegetables that they grew in their farms or in their little, in the village, was brought over here to sell to the parents. So this kind of activity went on. In fact, our management students also went on to make a bandh, a dam for them, using the sand. Gunny bags were filled with sand, and then because that area is such that there's a lot of rain, of course, but because of the mountain slopes and the hilly area around, all the water would just get drained off, and the farms would remain dry and arid. And they did not have the motor pump facility. There's a lot of poverty in that village. I personally had gone there, and when I was really appalled to see children and even adults, not even proper clothing or footwear There was no government school there. There was a school which closed down because there was a snake bite once. So instead of bringing healthcare facilities to the village, the easiest thing was close down the school. That's not going to resolve the problem. But unfortunately, I was really surprised that India could have these kind of faces, that here we are Bombay and or Mumbai, and just about 2 hours, less than 2 hours drive, 1.5 hours drive, and suddenly Mumbai changes to something else which is not even like a village because of total lack of facilities. And the apathy, I would say, that is there is really shocking, because then there are two faces to India, two faces, that urban India is different and rural India is very starkly different if resources are not there. So what is the use, and where does the country go? We can really progress, grow, reach great heights, but say your own body, if one hand is working well and the other hand has got pain and has got some kind of a difficulty, is this one hand also healthy? And is your body healthy? And what are we looking at? So if you are growing and progressing, it has to be in totality, and you can grow and progress only when the last person also is a part of that journey. In what way can we do that? And the only way that is possible is when every child of the school realizes that we are not here just as an individual, or we can't be so self-absorbed that we are what we are, without having a look at we are a part of some society, we are a part of the world, we are a part of the planet. So it is not just give back to the society, it is also giving back to Mother Earth. It is also giving back to, other species, other animals are as rightfully owners of this planet as we are. So everything, and I'm really happy that primary school had taken this initiative. Our primary section had taken this initiative of, caring for the birds and caring for the animals like stray dogs and cats as well. One of the houses in our primary section had taken up that initiative during the pandemic times and before that as well. So basically that is just creating that bit of sensitivity in every person, that you have to look beyond yourself. You have to look beyond just your own entity and your own pleasure. Like I remember as a kid watching TV, Doordarshan, that was the time. And they would have little clips and documentaries on kachra mat feko, and the person keeps their house clean, but all the dirt or that collection that has happened, waste, is out of the window, and the streets are bad. What is the use of that street which is leading to your house? So this is common sense, but somewhere one generation went wrong completely, and that awareness was not there maybe. Waste management systems were not developed, and the society, urbanization was happening. Waste management had not gone to that level. So there are a lot of nuances. Urban planning, of course, happens. There is a proper bureaucratic office to take care of the urban trust or the urban society and city planning and all of that. I wouldn't like to get into that, but all I'd like to share with all of you is that it is our responsibility, each one of us. So these children are so aware, and it's really heartening to know that our children are sensitive, are aware, and they realize their responsibility to this for the society. They realize their responsibility towards not just their family, their society, their country, but also towards environment, towards the world, towards our planet. And that is what gives us some comfort, that whatever mistakes might have happened in the past by a generation or two, we are right now in safe hands, because they are the ones who are going to take it forward. So like we say, we are borrowing this earth from our children. It is not ours. So we have to take care of it, because your children and their children are going to be the ultimate residents of this planet. And what kind of world are they going to have? So this world is not just grow more trees and have a clean environment to breathe, or good pollution-free environment to breathe. Of course, these are basics, hygiene factors. But the people living in there, and what kind of society is being built, what is the character of that society, all of that is a part of our social responsibility. If corruption is going to be rampant everywhere, if everybody is looking at making a fast buck or looking at shortcuts or going through, using wrong means to achieve the goals that you have in life, it will not lead anywhere. These are all short-term goals. One has to look at ultimately where is your life leading you to, where is the world, where is your family. Ultimately, just see beyond. See beyond your immediate, we can't be so myopic. We have to look beyond and see how we go on further in life. I'm sorry I'm using this opportunity to share my thoughts because I really feel strongly about it. So it's a very, very wide term. It cannot be restricted to just helping a few people in society. But all of us have to think about it, that how can we make this world better? And this is just one way to make this world better. So yes, I was talking about the Kondgaon village, which and our honorary secretary, Mr. Sailesh Dalmia, holds this very dearly to his heart. It was he who coined the word My Social Responsibility, MSR, and we've adopted that word. He initiated that we must adopt a village and work in a structured manner through these 4 verticals, and our team has taken this beautifully forward. Our students have actually done the great job of putting the whole thing together. Our management institute students, our school students. So we went on to also look at another village, Mendwan, which is also in the Palghar district. But the thing is, again, it is very bureaucratic in nature at times. The government approvals are required. When you look at social workers are there in those villages, and until you don't get the approvals, you really can't do much. So the initiative is definitely has been taken, efforts are on. And this is basically, like I said, to sensitize our students and inculcate in them the values of MSR. Outreach should be more of an engagement with the society and not just a one-time activity kind of thing. So the act of truly giving back to the society through this array of more services like the roti donation. So that was a wonderful program we had in our school. And it was so nice to see our children from their tiffin boxes, everybody putting in whatever they had brought with them, half of it they put it in the roti drive that was there. And everybody started contributing 1 or 2 rotis in that. And we had a huge box of rotis that was collected for the street people, homeless people, it could be shared with them. So Kerala flood donation camp, Kondgaon Utsav, energy conservation awareness, energy and say no to plastic campaign, Children's Day, Christmas celebrations for homeless children through some churches as well. We collaborated with them and did some work. Terry Fox Run, this was towards cancer research, pediatric cancer research, and Tata Memorial Hospital does that. And the collection from this Terry Run, the Terry Fox Run that we had was donated to, our school donated a check and with a lot of children contributing to it as well, to cancer research in Tata for the pediatric cancer. And then tree plantation drive, visit to old age homes, donation to animal shelters, Independence Day celebration in the orphanage, and many more brought immense joy and satisfaction to each member of the MSR team. And our children had so many stories to share with their parents and with in their families. And I think children are the change makers. The children, when they share these stories in the family, they convert adults as well. Adults also melt down and they probably become a little more sensitive to things around them. Otherwise, at times, your routine and your work that you have, sometimes you just insulate yourself with a lot of things that are there outside. So the relentless efforts made so far reflects in this happy and contented faces that we see around and shall continue to trail on the same path for the betterment of society, continuing to create a difference in the world around us, making it a better place to live. So no individual can actually claim the fruits of success of such initiatives to be his alone. All stakeholders are a part of it. And when I say all stakeholders are a part of it, today we have these guests. I must congratulate you for your work that you're doing day in and day out. And you're actually in the middle of it. We are in the periphery trying to do our best to put in so that, you get that impetus. But the work that you're doing, hats off to you all. And I'm sure our children will be able to work alongside you and be able to bring about that change in society. Whatever I've shared with you, these are not just hollow words. I mean, they're coming from the heart because we feel deeply about it. And we want that you as you are the tools for us right now. Through you, this is happening. This genuinely should be for the, it should reflect, it should impact the society in a positive way. And the work that you all are doing, we wanted to, we want to see the results of the work that you're doing. And so that our children continue to do this. This whole, collaboration continues. That's my earnest request. So this collective efforts, through united efforts that we have, we can go forward for a balanced growth and sustained development. So sustainability is important. And not a one-time thing that today we come together and we've done that. In what way do we sustain this kind of contribution? And in other ways. So contribution is never just money. It is also time. It is also efforts. It's also action. So in what way the action that you all are doing, taking, the time that you're putting in, it's very, very valuable. And I would want that our school, primary section as well as secondary section, pre-primary children in their own ways are sensitive to the society. And looking at their age, they have their limitation. But every section of our school, right up to the grade 12, they are a part of this journey. And we'd like this to continue in a sustained manner. So thank you very much. I think I've taken more than my share of time. But thanks a lot for your presence here today. And we really value the work that you do. And all the best and congratulations once again. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Our school students and parents are engaged and committed to community projects with sense of pride and ownership. Each year, the parents and students are exceptionally generous in their support for various charities. Let us have some glimpses. I would like to once again extend a huge congratulations to the parents, students, and the school community who contributed so generously to support the organization. As these activities are conducted right from our pre-primary section to the college section, to mention one of pre-primary, they have the joy of giving. You'll have seen the pictures as well. And now moving ahead, it's time to honor and donate this organization for the stupendous work they are doing for our community. May I request Seema ma'am to kindly move forward and please do the honors. Vision in social arena, helping the street children. This mission is to provide secure and nurturing family environment for these children in distress. Let's welcome 3 children on the stage to be honored individually by a principal ma'am. Now may I request Mr. John Abraham, the founder trustee of Vision in Social Arena, kindly come up and receive the donation in form of daily essentials. Core team. Come. I request the core team to please move. So these are the essentials. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Shiksha Seva Foundation, empowering underprivileged girl children. Every child is a miracle, with each having their own ways that make this world a beautiful place for us. Let us welcome 3 children on stage to be honored individually by Principal Ma'am. Pokre Mary Santosh, Koli Isha Ganesh, and Varte Pooja Ajay. These are the children from Shiksha Seva Foundation. Their vision is to improvise the socio-economic status of the urban slums and rural villages by supporting them in education. Their mission is to empower underprivileged girl children and women in rural and urban areas through basic and life skill education. May I request Mr. Arif R. Sheikh, Vice President IP and CSR, and Ms. Varsha N. Gudekar to kindly come up on the stage and receive the check from our principal ma'am. This check which is given would be educating the students of that organization, and this would be continued by the school as well. We move on to the next, Habitat for Humanity India. Their vision is world where everyone has a decent place to live. This foundation works across India to build better livelihoods through various programs. Dalmia High School is donating water drum wheel for transporting water to their houses to 3 families. As ladies walk distance of 7 to 12 kilometers, which they carry water pots. Water drum will give the capacity of 45 liters. We have amidst us Ms. Jacelyn Barbosa, Manager for School Build and Special Program, and Jacob Thomas, HR Support for Habitat for Human India. Sri Radha Krishna Old Age Home in Mira Road. The purpose of life is life of purpose. May I request Srimati Balikabai Pandit Moite, the President of Radha Krishna Old Age Home, and Mr. Mansukh Bhai to kindly come up and receive the donation in form of daily essentials. These were the 4 ones who were present today. The 5th one is Ankur Center for Street. Ma'am, they aren't here. But then the essentials will be given there. All of us, that ma'am and ourselves and the teachers, will be visiting and celebrating birthday over there of their students. Thank you, ma'am, for doing the honors. But this week come to an end to this short event. Thank you so much for this organization for doing a stupendous job and giving us opportunity in a small way or the other to move forward and contribute and give it to you all. I would like to thank our principal, Ma'am C. Saini, the true leader in his own spirit, who motivates us and guides us constantly. Thank you so much once again. And with this, we have our Vayu House Captain proposing a vote of thanks.
Volunteering is not a choice, it is a responsibility. A very good morning to our dearest Principal and CEO, Seema Ma'am, and to our honorable dignitaries of the day. Empathy and compassion are 2 values that we, Dalmians, imbibe very early in our lives. Dalmia High School always believes in supporting and extending a helping hand to the society by giving them back. My name is Aryaveed Pathak and I am the junior captain of Vayu House. It's an honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks and acknowledge each one of them who worked day in and day out to make this day possible. We, the students of primary section, are encouraged by our school to inculcate the qualities of sharing and caring. Firstly, I would like to thank our management for stepping ahead and organizing this MSR activity. Our sincere thanks to our loving Principal Ma'am for her constant support and giving us the platform to make a difference in our society. I also extend my special thanks to our primary vice principal, Melita Ma'am, for guiding us to carry this initiative willingly. Thanks to our activity supervisor, Preeti Ma'am, for her extended help. We extend our huge congratulations to the parents, students, school community, coordinators, and the entire primary staff for contributing so generously to support the organization. A very big thank you to our dignitaries from Vision Arena, Shiksha Seva Foundation, Habitat for Humanity India, and Sri Radha Krishna Old Age Home, who gave their vital time from their busy schedule to visit us in our school. Every contribution counts, no matter how small. These small contributions will surely help us to take a step ahead in building a better society. We thank you all once again. Let us all rise up for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे